Hi everyone, it's Kathy again. Here I am on exercise number 4, chapter 3 of the AutoCAD 2018 for the Interior Designer text. We are going to try to make sense of this dresser, and I have it kind of spelled out here with most of the dimensions that are in your textbook. We're going to refer to this and we're going to try to make it ourselves over here on the other side. So where do we start? My suggestion is to start again with a rectangle. It just seems to be the easiest way to get going, and then we're going to use a lot of construction lines and try to do some offsetting and try to get this thing done as easily and quickly as possible. So forgive me if I mess up a little bit during it. We'll just go back and fix it, but let's start with a rectangle. And the overall size of this dresser is 3 foot 10.5 by 3 foot 6. So we're going to go to the rectangle tool in your home ribbon, rectangle. We're going to pick a spot down here. Might want to make it level with the other one here. Pick a spot in the lower left-hand corner, drag your cursor up, and we're going to make our rectangle first. It's going to be 3 foot, and I'm going to hit the 3 and the foot sign, or the asterisk. Then 10 dash 1/2, and then the inch sign. And then I'm going to hit the tab key. I'm not going to hit enter, diameter, or dimension, or anything. I'm going to hit the tab key, and then I'm going to put in 3 foot 6, enter. All right, so we have our rectangle. This is the outer dimensions of this dresser. Now we're going to explode the rectangle so we can use each of its lines independently. It's a single object right now. So we can select it and hit explode, and it will automatically explode so that each line can be used independently. The next thing I want to do is do some offsetting. And I know that the very top piece here happens to be offset by 1 inch. So let's do that first. Select the offset tool or type in O for offset, 1 inch for our through distance. Select this top line and drag your cursor down towards the bottom. Click and enter. So now this is the top portion right here already created. We also have an inch inset. Right here it says inch inset from this edge to where this starts. And so we're going to offset this line on both sides. It's the same on both sides, 1 inch in. So again, we're going to start our offset command. This time I'm going to start it from the icon. And it remembers the last time I typed in 1 inch, so we don't have to keep putting that through distance in. But if yours says something different than 1 inch, then you're going to type in 1 inch. And then you're going to select the left-hand line and offset it to the right, and the right-hand line and offset it to the left. The next offset we're going to do is this leg of the dresser. The leg of the dresser happens to be 1.5 inch. You can see right here it says 1.5 inches. And so we want to offset this second line over on both sides 1.5 inches. So again, I'm going to be repeating my offset command. And this time I'm going to make my through distance 1.5, which is the same as 1.5 inches. Select the line here, offset to the inside. Select this other line, offset to the inside. Now I can do some trimming just to clean this up real quick so that we don't get confused about what's what. So let's go up to this upper corner, and we're going to select the trim command. I'm going to put a crossing window over this corner, and I want to enter, and then I want to get rid of this line, and this line. So now I've created this little corner here. And then if you look down at the bottom, you also want to trim off that end piece right there. enter, right click, optimization. Remember, we have the right click set up as a short click to enter. So we're going to repeat that command. So remember, I hit the right click button and now it says trim again. So again, a crossing window here. I'm going to zoom in and I want to trim away, hit enter first, then I want to trim away this line, this line, this line, and if I page down here, or pan down I should say, I want to get rid of this line. So now you start to see the outer part of this dresser appearing. The next thing I want to do is I could use some more offsetting to create this bottom part here, and let's look, it's 3 inches up to that bottom line there, and then another inch up to this line. So let's create those very quickly by offsetting this bottom line here. Again, I'm going to click on the offset icon, and I want to offset 3 inches first, so my through distance is going to be 3. Pick this bottom line here, offset 3 inches. Repeat my offset, but this time I want to offset it 1 inch, so I can actually just type in 1, enter. And now we have some trimming we can do again. So select the trim command, and let's go ahead and do a crossing window. Right click, and I'm going to trim away this line, this line, this line, and on this side, these 2 little pieces. Enter, completed. Now let's look at what else we need to do. We need to create the drawer lines, and each drawer happens to be an offset of 9 inches from the previous one. So we can use this line here, right, this one, which is the same as this one on our new dresser here, and we want to offset it several times 9 inches. Again, repeat the offset command. I'm going to type in O this time for offset and 9 inches for my through distance. And now I can start to offset over and over again these drawers. So I'm going to select this line, offset to the inside or up. Now I'm going to select my new line that was created, offset by dragging my cursor up. And we're going to do that one more time. And now we've created all of the drawers. There's one more line we want to add, and that is we want to offset this last drawer another 9 inches to create this top piece. So we're going to repeat that command one more time, and now we have all of our drawers. We can enter, we can escape, we can get out of the offset command completely. We're almost finished. Now what do? We have to get these little knobs put in the correct place. And this is where you're going to use your construction lines, and they're going to come in handy for placing those knobs perfectly where we need them. So we can get the construction line under the draw ribbon here, and this is the construction line. And what we want to do first is let's do a couple of horizontal construction lines. So we're going to type H or click on the horizontal. And the first one that we want to put in, we want to match it up with this this line right here where we started our 9-inch drawer. So let's select that point for our first construction line, and then we want to make it 4.5 inches up. So we're going to type in 4.5, and that's going to place our construction line 4.5 inches above this one, and that is the first location, the horizontal location of our first bottom knob. We're going to now offset that new construction line 9 inches so that we can get to that same point at each drawer. So now I'm going to change my through point to 9 inches. Oops, sorry, that was not what I wanted to do. We're going to we're going to erase that line. Okay, so we offset the construction line from this point 4.5 inches up to here. Now I'm going to start the offset process, and I'm going to offset this construction line multiple times, just like we did the drawers. So O for offset. It already has 9 inches set in there because that's my previous offset distance. If yours doesn't say 9 inches, type in 9 right now. And then you're going to select this new construction line, and we're going to start to offset it, and then select the next one we just offset, and continue to offset this construction line all the way up. So you can see which ones are construction lines and which ones are actually our drawer lines, and you can see the difference. So those are going to be the horizontal locations of our knobs, and you can see that I'm lining them up exactly with what we already have drawn here. So our next step is to create some vertical X lines so that we can create a center point for our knobs. So we're going to go ahead and select that construction line again, this time vertical, and we want to start at this right hand side here. So I'm going to click once and create that first vertical construction line. Our next through point, if you look at the distance here, is 6 inches right here. So we're going to through point this construction line 6 inches. So I'm going to type in 6, enter, and you see that it automatically placed my vertical construction line. The next offset is going to be 2 foot 5.5 inches. So I'm just going to end that command by right clicking, and then I'm going to start it again. So starting the X line command another time, and I'm going to click on vertical again. And this time I'm going to go to the other side. I can either go from here over 2 foot 5.5, or I can go 6 inches to the other side of this. So let's just do the same thing we did. So click here. Through distance is 6, and if I have my cursor to the left of that, it will place my construction line to the left of it. Enter and escape. So we're finished with placing our construction lines. Now you can see that I have an intersection in the middle of each drawer on both sides, exactly where I need my knobs to go. Okay, so now we need to create those knobs. We're going to use the circle command. We're going to go to the circle command and make sure that we are using the circle diameter. Okay, so right here, circle diameter. Or if you type in circle, you want to make sure you hit D for diameter. So we're going to pick the intersection of the 2 construction lines that we created, and we're going to create that knob using this as our center point, the intersection as our center point. Click once, and we can type in 1-1/2, or we could type in 1.5. And we'll move to the next center line, repeat the command, 1.5. That did not take my diameter, so let's repeat that again. Circle, diameter, find the center point, click once, and I'm going to type in 1.5 this time, enter. Move up to our next intersection of our construction lines, circle command, find the center point, and if we want to just make sure we're doing the diameter, we can type in D for diameter. 1.5, enter. And then our final one on this left-hand side, select the center point as your intersection of your 2 construction lines, and 1.5, enter. Why it's not doing it? One more time. Sorry. I told you I'd mess up a little bit. Center point, circle, diameter, find the intersection, click once, type in 1.5, enter. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Circle, make sure you have the circle diameter, find the intersection, and I'm going to just show you again, 1-1/2 would be the way that you would put it in if you wanted to use the inches. Enter to repeat the command. I'm going to type in D. Oops. I need the center point first, sorry. choose the center point, and then I can type in D to make sure I'm getting the diameter, and then 1.5 inches. Repeat the command, choose the center point, D for diameter, 1.5 inches. Repeat the command, D for diameter, 1.5 inches. We have everything complete. All we need to do now is erase our construction lines. So we can click on the eraser command, and we can use a crossing window to erase our construction lines. And now we have completed our dresser. Hit save, and you're going to save this. Save as. Remember, if you're using your setup drawing, you want to hit save as. This is going to be your last name, your first initial, underscore, chapter 3, and then you can put today's date if you wish. Save, and enjoy the fact that you know how to do all these things in AutoCAD now. Congratulations. Bye.